Hello all, welcome to Gurukul CAT 100 series, a series designed to take you from your study room to your corporate boardroom. I am Deepak and this is Daily Quant with Deepak. Hi everyone, welcome back to day 30 of 100 days to CAT Quant series. In this video, we'll be discussing 5 questions from geometry. So whenever a question is displayed on the screen, pause the video, try solving that question. Once you're done solving, you can resume the video. If you find this video useful, like the video, share this video with your friends who are preparing for CAT 2025. And for more videos of this kind, subscribe to our channel. And in case if you want to attempt these 5 questions as a test, you can log into our portal, thegurukul.org.in, in which you'll find a course called 100 Days Race to CAT, in which you'll have 3 sections, BRC, LRDA and quantitative aptitude. We'll be uploading 100 tests in each section. So consider this to be your last mile of preparation for CAT 2025. And if you are a serious CAT 2025 aspirant, you cannot afford to miss these tests. Now, without any further delay, let's get started with the first question. In the figure below, the rectangle at the corner measures 10 centimeters by 20 centimeters. So this is 10 centimeters. The length is 20 centimeters. The corner A of the rectangle is also pointed on the circumference of the circle. What is the radius of the circle? Right. So let me consider O to be the center of the circle. Right. Now if I drop a perpendicular from this vertex to here, now this distance would be 10 centimeters. Similarly, if I drop a perpendicular from this vertex to this radius, then this will be 20 centimeters. We know that this is nothing but radius of the circle. Now this is also radius and this is also radius. Now if this is 10 centimeters, what will be the length of this part? This would be r minus 10. And what would be the length of this part? R minus 20. And in this right angle triangle, we can apply Pythagoras theorem, right? Now this is r minus 10. So r minus 10 whole square plus r minus 20 whole square is equal to square of the hypotenuse r square. Now on expanding this, we'll have r square minus 20r plus 100 plus r square minus 40r plus 400 is equal to r square. I can cancel r square on both sides. So what do we have? R square minus 60r plus 500 is equal to 0. Right? Now I can factorize this as r minus 10 into r minus 50. Now this should be equal to 0. So r can be either 10 or r should be 50. Now can the value of r be 10? No, because if the radius is 10, then r minus 20 will be a negative value, right? So distance cannot be negative. So you cannot consider this value for r. So the answer for this question should be 50 centimeters. Now coming to the second question, in the figure given below, AB is the chord of a circle with center O. So this is AB chord of a circle. AB is extended to C such that BC is equal to OB, which is equal to the radius of the circle. The straight line CO is produced to meet the circle at D. If ACD is equal to Y, if ACD, this is Y degrees, and AOD is equal to, if this is equal to X degrees, such that X is equal to KY, we are asked to find the value of K. Right. Now we know that in triangle OBC, in any triangle, sides opposite to equal angles are equal. So these two are equal. So this has to be Y. And this is external angle of triangle ABC at vertex B, which will be equal to sum of the opposite internal angles. So the measure of this angle will be Y plus Y, 2Y. Now OB is radius, OA is also radius, right? So the angles opposite to these sides should also equal in measure, right? So if this is 2Y, this is also 2Y, right? And we know that the sum of all three angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. If this is 2Y, this is 2Y, this angle should be 180 minus 4Y. Now the sum of all these three angles should be again 180 degrees. So X plus 180 minus 4Y plus Y should be equal to 180. I can cancel these two. X minus 3Y is equal to 0, or x is equal to 3y. Comparing this with x is equal to ky, the value of k is 3. Hence option A should be the answer. Now coming to the third question. In the figure not drawn to scale, given below P is a point on AB such that AP is to PB is 4 is to 3. So let me consider this as 4x. So PB would be 3x. The length of AP would be 7x. PQ is parallel to AC. So PQ is parallel to AC. So if PQ and AC are parallel lines, and if I consider AB to be the transversal, then this angle is equal to this angle. Angle CAB is equal to angle QPB because they both form pair of corresponding angles. Right. And do we have any other transversal? Yes. CP, if I consider these two parallel lines and CP to be the transversal, this angle will be equal to this angle, form interior alternate angles, right? And it is also mentioned that QD is parallel to CP. QD is parallel to CP and PQ could be the transversal. So these two angles should be equal. Again, interior alternate angles, right? Now if you observe triangle CAP and triangle QPD, now these two angles are equal to these two angles. So by default, the third angle will also be equal, right? Now if all the three angles in a triangle are equal to all the three angles in the other triangle, then those two triangles are said to be similar triangles. So CAP is similar to QPD, AAA is similar to, or AA similar. If two angles in two triangles are equal, then they are similar, right? Now, what was asked? We are asked to find ratio of AP is to PD. Okay. Now, do we have any other pair of similar triangles? Yes. Right. Now, if you observe CAB, angle CAB is equal to angle QPB. Angle B is common angle in both the triangles CAB and QPB. So, two angles are equal. So, by default, the third angle should also be equal. So angle ACB is equal to angle PQB. So triangle ABC is similar to triangle PBQ. So in the case of similar triangles, the sides are in proportion, right? Now, what is the side opposite to angle C in triangle ABC? 7x, 7x by, what is the side opposite to angle Q in the triangle QPB? 3x. Now this should be equal to, what is the, let me consider length of AC to be 7y, right? If this is 7y, AC is nothing but the side opposite to angle B in the larger triangle ABC, right? Now PQ, the side opposite to angle B in the smaller triangle PQB is PQ, right? Now what is the length of PQ? PQ is equal to, I can cancel these two, 7, 3y. 7 is to 3. Now let me consider triangle CAP and QPD. The sides are in the ratio 7 is to 3. Now these are the sides opposite to angle CPA in this triangle and angle QDP in this triangle, right? So the side opposite to angle ACP, if this is 4x, or we need not find the lengths of these two. If two corresponding sides of these two triangles are in the ratio 7 is to 3, right? So another set of two sides, two corresponding sides of those two triangles will also be in the ratio 7 is to 3. So the answer for this question should be option C. Now coming to the fourth question. In the figure given below, not drawn to scale, A, B and C are 3 points on the circle with center O. The chord BA is extended to a point T such that CT becomes a tangent to the circle at point C. If angle ATC is 30 degrees, so if this is 30 degrees, if ACT is 50 degrees, we are asked to find angle BOA. Now, in order to find this angle, if I can manage to find the measure of angle BCA, this will be 2 times of that, right? Now, if this is 50, this is 30, in triangle CAT, this angle, this should be 180 minus 80. So this is 100 degrees. So this should be 80 degrees. Now using alternate segment theorem, if this is 50 degrees, so at point C, if the angle made by chord AC and the tangent at that point is 50 degrees, that will be equal to angle subtended by the same chord in the alternate segment of the circle. So if this is 50 degrees, this will be 50 degrees, right? So 80 plus 50, 130. So in triangle ABC, the sum of the angles of A, B and C should be 180. If this is 50, this is 80. This should be 50 degrees, and if this is 50, angle BOA should be double of that, hence 100 degrees should be the answer to this question. Now coming to the last question. If the length of the diagonals DF, AG and CE, so DF, AG and CE of the cube, so these three diagonals are called as space diagonals, right? Of the cube shown in the adjoining figure are equal to three sides of a triangle, then the radius of the circle circumscribing the triangle will be. Now let the side of this cube be A, right? If the side of the cube is A, the length of space diagonal would be root 3A. So we'll be forming an equilateral triangle with side being root 3A. Now, what would be the circumradius of an equilateral triangle with side x? X by root 3, right? Now, if the side of the equilateral triangle is root 3A, then the circumradius would be root 3A by root 3, which is nothing but A. A is nothing but the side of the cube. So the circumradius should be equal to the side of the cube. Hence option A should be the answer to this question.
Hope you enjoyed learning from today's session.
This series is designed to help you with your CAT preparation and practice daily. We are with you in this journey.
To watch the next video, click here. And to watch Gurukul's CAT 100 series, study room to boardroom, the entire playlist, click here.
If you learned from today's session, like, share and subscribe.